Thank you, Eric. Well, critics of President Biden's executive action quick to point out it's a little late in the game to try to reverse Hispanic and Latino support that polls show has been slipping. Let's bring in Florida Republican Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart. He's co-chair and founder of the Congressional Hispanic Conference. He also serves on the House Appropriations Committee, and he is the author of H.R. 2 border bill, which passed the House last month. Congressman, welcome to you. Thank you for coming today. You know, it's interesting. We often look to comedians to tell us what's really going on out there. I want you to take a listen to Bill Maher on President Biden's executive order on immigration. Let's listen to what he said recently.
If Biden loses this election, it's going to be because of two things. He's old and immigration. I mean, just on a political level, I don't think they could have handled it worse. It looks like a last minute, it looks like he did nothing. But now it looks like this is his last minute before the election Hail Mary pass, and it's not going to succeed.
So a last minute Hail Mary pass. I know you care deeply about the border, and I know you care deeply about Latinos. What do you think of this executive action?
Yeah, Anita, it's really the joke is on the American people. And even though you have comedians talking about it, it's just not a laughing matter. It's really, really dangerous. It's tragic. The reason we have the crisis on the southern border, which I think is a threat to our national security and a threat to everything else we care about, but to our national security and to our safety, is because of the multiple executive orders that Biden has done to literally open up the border and give control of the southern border to the narco cartels. And you saw that interview with a person, I think, from Turkey, right, who didn't speak much English, but he understood that Biden opened up the border, and he's grateful for that because he's here illegally. But here's the problem. He also, the other people that are grateful for the policies of Biden are the narco cartels that control the southern border. And this executive order is nothing but trying to do something last minute for political reasons. But the people are wise. The people know what's happening because they see it with their own eyes and they feel it, and the consequences are going to continue to get worse.
Yeah, you're right. It is no laughing matter. It is dangerous business, what's going on down there at the border. I want to put up this New York Times headline, which says, Latinos on the border, once reliable Democrats waver over migrant surges. Now, the article details the experience of a number of Latino Americans living in border towns who are quite distressed over the surge of people pouring over the border and drugs. One woman who lives in a town called Garciasville says she doesn't recognize her town anymore. And in fact, she says she came home one day to find an illegal immigrant fleeing the Border Patrol hiding under her bed. Now, she's got 4 children, so she was terrified. And that sentiment might be reflected in this new poll from the Pew Research Center, which gauges Latino support, showing that President Trump, former President Trump, is now at 41%, picking up 15 points from where he was 4 years ago. What do you make of this?
Look, the election can't come quick enough, and we cannot elect Trump back into the White House fast enough for the sake of our country, for the sake of our economy, for the sake of our security and the future of our children. And so you mentioned how Latinos are leaving Biden and going towards Trump. It's because they know Trump's record. He did a great job as president. The economy was good. There was no such thing as inflation. There was no such thing as these horrible interest rates. And the border was as secure as it had been in years and years and years. All of this is bad policies by Biden. And so you just can't hide the truth. And I know that you have all these other media outlets saying how great the economy is and how great the things are. But I guess people are supposed to believe some of the media, the corporate media, and not their own eyes. Latinos and everybody else in this country are wise. They're smart. They see the reality. Trump was a great president. Biden has been catastrophic for the United States and the entire world. So we can't have that election soon enough. And everybody has to turn out because we can no longer afford, and we cannot continue to have this disaster in the White House. We need Trump back as president of the United States.
Okay, I want to make a quick correction. I said Trump had picked up 15 points. It's actually 5 points, my mistake. Let me ask you this. We mentioned that you were the author of H.R. 2, the border security bill. Just tell us, where does that stand right now? And how would that help the country, in your opinion? Because it does have mixed reaction, even from Republicans.
Yeah, Anita, and I keep hearing the Democrats saying, "Well, if the Republicans, it's the Republicans' fault." Except that we passed HR 2 that I'm proud to be the main sponsor, working with my colleagues to strengthen the border, to require transparency, to eliminate, catch and release, actually secure the border. That passed a year ago, and the Democrats are sitting on it in the Senate. And so when you hear people say, Democrats say, well, but it's the Republicans' fault because we need some sort of bill to strengthen the border. Number one is the border is wide open because of the President Biden's executive orders. And number two, that bill passed the House a year ago. All the Senate has to do is pick it up, pass it out, send it to the president's desk, and we would secure the border. But frankly, the only way we're absolutely going to have a secure border is by getting rid of Biden and by replacing him with President Trump, who secured the border the first time. He'll do it again, and he'll get this economy going. He'll get the strength of the economy. He'll lower interest rates and inflation. That is what can save the country. And at this stage, it's the only thing that can save the country is a Republican House, a Republican Senate, and Trump back in the White House. Everything else is just cheap lip service by the left and the Democrats.
All right. Well, we will see what happens. Certainly something needs to be done at the border, and we certainly appreciate your efforts. Florida Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, thank you very much for joining us today.